Hello. Oh my gosh, let's pretend that we're having a really good day and that all the tech's going to work. Okay, I'm just going to pull up a couple things. If you're jumping on, tell me you can hear me live and we will jump into it. I just want to make sure that all the bells and whistles are working. Don't we hate that when people go live and they're like, can you hear me? I do not see it live in the group. Do you guys see it live in the group? Where'd my window go? Oh, you guys can hear me. That looks like I'm only seeing comments over on YouTube. So hello, YouTube friends. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really excited that you guys are here. I told my husband he went to go do some errands. I'm like, come back in case nobody comes on the live and then you can come talk with me. So he probably will be gone an extra 2 hours so that he doesn't have to come live. Because that would be hilarious. I have a little live, so apparently Shelly's live somewhere. That's good. Oh, there we are. Okay. Sorry, this is really annoying. I apologize. You never know where we're going. If you're watching me over on Facebook, throw a comment over there so that I know that everything is working. And welcome, you guys. I am super excited about these workshops. I have been working on them for weeks, months, let's say months, and putting them all together and then having to keep like the posts and how to do it and all that secret. Like it's killing me. So I'm excited that you guys are all excited as well. We're going to give away some prizes. So why not, right? Hello from Florida. Okay, we have a Facebook user. Yay. I'm glad it's working. I love technology when it does what I want it to do. All right, we're going to go through some things. I'm going to pull one of the winners. So as of 2:02 p.m., if you commented on the post that in the Facebook group, that one is closed. But we're going to give away one on here. I'm going to give away one on the Facebook group. So you have to be in the group. And then one over on YouTube. So wherever you're watching, I will be drawing a VIP pass. If you've already purchased, I will credit it. Credit back whatever you paid for it so that it will be free for you. So you don't have two of them. Or if you choose, you can give it to a friend, but we will cover that. But I want to go over some housekeeping and then we're going to talk about some fun crafting things. But I want to make sure that everybody has all their questions answered. So let me go through like 3 or 4 things that you need to know. And then at that point, if you guys have any questions, you can pop them in there. At the very top of the post, if you're on Facebook, you have to tell StreamYard that you're okay, that they can read your profile name. Because otherwise, hello from California, you're showing up as Facebook user. And somebody else said, I'd love to win. But I will jump over there when I draw. But if you want to chat, and that way I can see who you are, you don't have to go do that now. But next time, because we'll probably go live again before the event. All right, so guys, I'm really organized. I'm totally organized. I typed out this whole agenda of what we're going to talk about and all the things I wanted to remember to tell you. And then I turned into my mom and I can't remember where I put my list. So if she's watching, I'm so going to hear about that later, but that's fine. Okay, so the first thing I want to tell you guys is we start tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Time. So wherever you are, it will drop at 9 a.m. Central Time. If that's midnight where you're at, you will have from that time 24 hours to watch each day. And there's only one video, so it should be, pretty easy to take it in. If you want to rewatch them, you're going to want the VIP pass, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And Natalie said, it's on the kitchen table with my grocery list. Yes, and let me guess, you're at the grocery store because that's how we roll. I don't know why I don't just use my phone, but anyway, I digress. Okay, so every day, 9 a.m. Central Time, they are going to drop. So you'll have to do some time zone math. I apologize. On the agenda page, that is listed. I did kind of a breakout. I was like, what's Eastern, what's Mountain? And then I put them all on there. So if yours shows up on there, otherwise, all you have to do is what is 9 a.m. CST in, and then put in whatever time zone you're in, and it'll tell you. Okay. So with that said, you'll have 24 hours. They will expire, so you won't be able to get to them after that. You won't be able to watch them, but you just go back to the same agenda page And then the next one will be clickable. So they're listed out, and then every day it'll switch out. So at 9 o'clock Central Time, the one before will be expired, and then the new one will be a clickable title. So then you can just go to one location, have one agenda, and then know where everything's at. Also, this is kind of your hub. If you're here for the free 5 days, then this is your hub. This is your dashboard, let's call it. And there's some facts on there. So if you have some questions, if you're like, you know what, I want to upgrade to the VIP, there's a link on there for that. Okay, she kept talking about a tape runner or foam squares or something, and I'm really not sure what she was talking about. I didn't really catch it on the live. You can go to all the supplies from that page as well. So you're going to want to go to that registration page, which I don't know if you guys noticed, I accidentally emailed it out a few days ago. It was a crazy day. I found out my dad is having bypass surgery this week. So if you guys are praying, if you want to send him some happy thoughts, that would be great. I'd appreciate it. But I was trying to schedule some stuff out. And then I was like, what is this email? And then I went and looked, and I'd actually accidentally send out, hey guys, it's day 1 of the workshops. I tell you, it was a lovely day, but okay. So I appreciate your grace on that. But anyway, so you will get an email very similar to that one. Oh, I appreciate the hands, praying hands. Thanks, guys. So anyway, every day you'll get an email, but if you happen to not be able to find it, if it goes to your spam, if you can't remember, I'm this way too. I'm like, okay, she had a pink shirt on. I remember she had a craft room, but what was her? Yeah, we can make that. I have it right up here for you guys. But anyway, if you lose track of it in your emails, because I understand how many can come in there, I totally get it. All you have to do is find that one that has the agenda, and then you can pop right back over there, and then you'll have a link to every single day. And then after the event, that page will still be up for a while, and it will direct you if, 2 weeks from now, you want to go back and say, okay, what were those foam squares she was talking about? Like, what exact vinyl did she use on the tote bag? Then they're all linked right there to you. And if you are free or VIP, you can go and refer to that supply list. And then underneath there are a few facts, questions, stuff like that. So if you guys have questions as you're going through it, if you scroll down under the agenda, it is also on that page. So let me see. Again, I probably wasn't emotionally prepared for people to show up on live. That's just kind of how it goes when you're out here in the world, and then you think, is anybody listening? But I appreciate all of you guys on here. I'm blown away. This is so fun. So anyway, appreciate all the love. Patty says hi, Shelly's mom. She's usually one of them that are watching, but I think her and dad are kind of busy. I think she's busy circling around dad and driving him crazy. But anyway, now if she watches that, I'm going to hear about it. I'm going to get called by my first name, which is not Shelly. Anyway, okay, so I'm scrolling through and I see some lovely comments. I will come back and kind of communicate with you guys on there. I wanted to mention if whoops, let me scroll down. Okay. So if you guys have not actual questions, but if you have any questions that I didn't just answer about it, then please drop that in there. Probably your whole name. Yes, Natalie, you are very much correct. Dan, I see you over on Facebook, so we are good. All right, I want to run through the projects just so that you know, and I have these memorized because I've been looking at them for 3 months now. So this is day 1, and we're going to be making, I can't see what I put it on. So I just frizzed up my hair for nothing. So this is what we're going to be making. My camera's backwards. So this is glitter vinyl. These aprons are awesome. So again, the supply list, you guys can link to those. And they are the aprons, the tote bags, like 99% of the vinyl. And then the rhinestones are all from Heat Transfer Warehouse. So if you guys are like, who do you go to? Who's your favorite? There is not one thing not to love about Heat Transfer Warehouse. So I'm just going to throw that out there. I am super impressed with the quality of all the things that I got from them. And they are only like 2 hours from me. I'm very excited. So they're in Fargo, North Dakota, and I'm in Bismarck. So if you guys are watching, tell me where you're from. We started that at the beginning. I didn't get to read very many of them, but so anyway, that they ship out super fast. So I think sometimes, where am I going with this, right? My brain sometimes when I get on live goes way faster than my mouth or vice versa. So then sometimes I get kind of tripped up. So I apologize. Somebody said the picture froze, but I think we're good. I'm still seeing it on my end, but sometimes that doesn't mean anything. If you hit the refresh button or just go back and then come in again, sometimes that'll fix it. But if it's froze, you didn't just hear me say that. So let's move on. Anyway, so you get out there and you start to see like hundreds and hundreds of vinyl companies or places you can order blanks from or transfers from or any of those kind of things. And then you get them and they're not easy to work with, or you order and you never get it. But I'm here to say that Heat Transfer Warehouse is awesome. So I've got some vinyl from Heat Transfer Warehouse and haven't used it yet. So I'm glad to know you like it. Yes. And they work with reputable companies. So they are, they work a lot with Caesars. That's a lot of the products that I used. So I really love their Easy Bead. Like it's amazing, especially on my 49-year-old eyes. It is not always easy on that weeding process. So they do have other colors too, if you don't want white. Sometimes afterwards I was like, would I get white? I'm a messy crafter and I'm an even messier cook. So, but I might just wear this when I'm crafting. So this is day one. And I will walk you through how I cut the vinyl, how I personalized it. So when you're out somewhere else and you get, say, whatever SVG it is, if you're over on Etsy or if you're on our website or wherever you happen to get them from, and you're like, I just want to add this little personalization, the tips that we're going to talk about in design space are going to help you. So that's day one. And then the next day are the cards. My daughter used one, so I'm one short in my samples, but I did bring them in. But on the second day, we're going to talk about cards. And I really love this because a lot of times when you find these really cute designs, like say this one, for example, you're not going to cut out this pumpkin in this big of a shape and then glue it to the top of a card, right? Like that would be, I don't know. Well, somebody probably would, but I never would. So how can we use these really cute SVGs without pulling our hair out? So what I did was showed you a couple different ways that you can take an SVG, do some stuff to it in Design Space, and then use the print and cut method, which obviously you have to have a printer for that. If not, you could, you have to have a printer for that part of it. But if you don't, there are, you could cut it out of vinyl, but some of the designs we used would be a little bit harder. You'd have to probably pick a different SVG in order to cut it out of vinyl. But so that's on day two. And I love card making. I mean, cards the other day, I was really lazy and I was like, I just don't have time to make this card. I know it was a retirement thing. And I went to the store and they were like $5 or $6. And I'm like, maybe I should go home and make the time to make the card. So I did. All right, I digress. Day 3, we are doing the totes. So this could be a t-shirt, which I actually showed you guys. I should have wore it today. I did a t-shirt with this design and then the Caesar watercolor plaid, I think they call it, or buffalo check. It's so it's the, how the stripes and then one are lighter than the other. Super cute. You guys will see it on day 2. But these are the pretty watercolor and then the brighter watercolors. So this is the color part is a pattern vinyl. So it's already all on there. And I just did a t-shirt, which I could have wore that one too. I just did years ago, I bought this vinyl. It had coffee cups on it. And I been saving it because I was like, I don't know what to do with this. And I'm like, okay, if my brain's working this way, somebody else's is too. So how do we take those really cute pattern vinyls and use them so that they look cute? Because then the SVG has to be a certain way, and I'll go into this on detail on day 3 so that you guys can see how we use that really cute pattern vinyl. Because right now, all of the like the Christmas patterns are coming out. adorable. So if you can find some really cute designs to use with that, it'll just help us craft a little bit better. In this day 4, we are doing the pumpkin. So these are embroidery hoops, and I show you how I used this stretched canvas that you can get and made it into, use some vinyl. This was some puff vinyl, but you can't really tell right now on my camera. And then this one, it's sticky on the bottom because I set it up so when I took pictures so you guys could see all the projects. It's like, what is on this? Okay, so on this one, when I did the live, when I recorded the video for you guys, I put all these little, I don't want spoiler alert, right? But I put all these wooden leaves around it, and then I got done and I was like, this is the ugliest thing ever. Like, it didn't match. I was like, what are you thinking, Shirley? So I texted a girlfriend and I was like, does this look weird? She's like, yeah. Thank you. That's why I asked that girlfriend. Anyway, so then I went back, I pulled those off, and I really love how right now my lights are behind it, so you can kind of see the reflection of it. But I really love how the gold just kind of is the focal point right now. But instead of going in, my point of this long story, I apologize, is that instead of going in and reshooting it and be like, oh, look, I made this project and it turned out that exactly I wanted it on the first time, like that doesn't happen. So I wanted you guys to know that even when we're on this side of the camera and we're helping you guys craft, our projects don't always turn out the same either. So I walked through how I fixed it and did a couple of other ideas. So that is on day 4. And then day 5, these are so fun. So this is, let's see if it'll focus in on it. You guys tell, these are actually rhinestones on the Let It Snow and the snowflakes. And they come 2 up on a sheet. And if you had an iron, a clothes iron, you could make this. You don't have to have a heat press. Where'd my heat press go? It's way over here. You don't have to have a heat press. There's the one that I have, HTV Ront. The ones at Heat Transfer Warehouse, since we were talking about them, are on sale because they're pretending the whole month is like Black Friday. So I want to check those out. Anyway, that is where I got the design, was the Heat Transfer Warehouse. Came 2 up on, and then I just cut it in half and I made this smaller one, and then I made this big one. Now look at that. They're the same exact design, but look at how different size my end result was. So I walked through how to make both of these on there. And again, the only thing I would have done different is move that guy up because he could have been a little shelf sitter on my fireplace. And this one I did on, I don't know if you guys can tell, let me zoom that way in. That's the faux leather. And I got this at Hobby Lobby in the ribbon department. And then this is just a piece of material. So it is crazy what you can put these on. You can put them on shirts too. You can put them on aprons. You can put them on embroidery hoops. Yeah, like the possibilities. So I don't know if you guys have been, if you're new here, comment that you're new, because maybe that's where I'll draw one of the VIP passes. But if you're not new here, a couple months ago, I did a post and I was like, okay, I'm trying to figure out what to make on the blog. What do you guys want to make? And I was like, oh, if like 10 people answer me, like the post blew up. I don't remember how many were on there. And pretty much all the products I put on there, or not products, all the craft ideas I put on there, everybody was like, yeah, I would like to know how to do that. So I thought, well, let's just do workshops. Let's do all the things that we talked about, and then we'll dive in. So I was excited to see that excitement. And this last one, if you don't have a Cricut, you don't have to have a Cricut. You don't have to have a heat press. I think we pretty much all have a clothes iron. And why don't we use it on something fun like this? Because God knows I'm not ironing my sweatshirts and joggers, right? Okay. Let's okay. Mary Bright, if you want to email us, if you would please email me at hello@wecanmakethat.me. And if you comment somewhere, send me a private message, however you need to. If you get a hold of me, you have won our first VIP pass. So Natalie says, I use my ironing more for crafting. Right? Totally get it. Okay. And then I'm guessing that Diane asked if an iron can be used, and I just now saw that. So now you know. I appreciate that. And then over on Facebook, I don't know if it's going to let me, I probably can't find it on the dashboard I'm doing live, but Christy, Christy, Craig, Craig. If you could, I was trying to use my mouse. I just commented. I just liked your name on Facebook, but I picked your name over on Facebook for the second VIP we've just given away. We're not done. We're not done. You know what? I have talked so much about Heat Transfer Warehouse. I should probably give away a gift card because that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Okay, but let's keep talking. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Does everybody, you know what? Let's do this. Does everybody understand how they watch every day? You're going to get an email. It's going to have a link. You're going to go to the same agenda page every single day, and then it'll say day 1, apron, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember what the exact title was. You will click on that title and it'll take you to that page. And then at 9 a.m. Central Time the next day, that will expire. So you won't be able to click on that. You won't be able to get to that page. It'll be removed. And then the only one that you can get to is the next one on the list. And then day 3, day 4, and then we might even do some fun things at the end. We'll see how my week goes. Oh, thank you, Martha. I do try to be organized, and I'm sure I'll be so organized as soon as I'm off this live. I will find the list of all the things I wanted to tell you guys. Okay, everybody's like, I got it. Okay, well, you know what? While we're all together, let me tell you about another thing that we have coming up. So over the next few months, I'm going to be diving into this gem behind me here. Have you guys seen this before? It is it's a large format cutter. So she works just like this cute little one over here, the maker. But this is from Caesar. So the same people that make this adorable vinyl, both of these, I think this gold is from Caesar. This one is from Heat Transfer Warehouse. Anyway, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use that. It's got some great software. It's a great cutter. If you are doing, if you're crafting for business, or if you're crafting, say you make ornaments for your nieces and nephews every year, and you have to cut out 36 of the same design, this puppy right here. And did you see this little roller here? Like I wasn't planning to talk about this. If I had my notes, I'd know what I was really going to tell y'all, but here we go. So this little roller right here, you can put the roll of vinyl on there. Boom, right there. Yeah, it's going to be great. So yes, the Romeo. Thank you. So the Caesar Romeo, and they also have a Juliet, which is very close to this. So very close size-wise. Great cutters, a great alternative if you're looking to add to your machine, or if you're watching and you don't have a cutter yet, it's a great one to cut out. A great one to check out. Dan said, do you have the Cricut Adventure yet? I do not. The last time I looked, the Cricut Adventure was about double what the Romeo is, right back here. So he kind of stole my heart. But I was looking at doing some big wall graphics, and I'm kind of excited to dive into that. But over on the blog at wecanmakethat.me, we'll be going through a bunch of that stuff over the next few months. And then a few weeks, months, lifetime, because it's going to last forever, right? Then in January, I am really excited about this. Does anybody know what we're doing in January? Let's see. Let's see if somebody knows what's happening in January. Diane, you probably would have to make some room for it because it would need space on the back. But then when I use it, I put it on my island right here. So then it can fall down there because it's really light. It's easy to move, but they are working on a stand. So that will be coming. Not the business summit, but that's a very good guess. We're doing the business summit in May this year. So I am about to announce that. So you guys get all the details on here. Could I make my son some merch? I'm not exactly sure what you mean, but I'm guessing yes. Making resolutions and I like to follow through. Natalie, we just became friends with that comment. That is so funny. Yes, there are a lot of no, I was going to give away a ticket to it, but nobody guessed it. Okay, so there are a lot of things going on in December, so I'm really excited about that. Something new. It is not actually new. This is our second year. We're doing the SVG Crafter Summit, and I am really excited. It is January 11th, 12th, to the 13th. You guys are on my email list, so you guys will hear about it. It's going to be 3 days, and we have over 30 speakers. We have some amazing things going on. There are giveaways at the January one, and I'm really excited about all of the sessions. So if you're struggling, when you get in and you start to craft, like to me, what is fun is picking out the snowflakes and matching up the ribbon. Like on this one, I actually showed you guys how I picked out the ribbon and how I decide. For some of you guys, that comes naturally. Just skip right over that. But I wanted to share some of those. But that's the fun part to me. That's the stress reliever, is taking off the ugly embellishments and then making it cuter. That's the fun part, picking out the colors, picking out the vinyls that go together. And sometimes when we get on the back end of, the beginning of it, I guess would be the right term. Some of that tech is just stressful and we get lost and we think, I don't know how to do that. That sounds too hard. I didn't even know there was a print and cut. Now day 2 of this workshops, we're doing print and cut. It's probably going through your mind. Well, the idea behind the January Summit is not like some of the events where, we're showing you how to make an exact project, but the majority of the sessions show you how to become better at using the software, the tech side of it, so that when you do get time to craft, you're like, oh, I want to make this, tumbler, and I know exactly how to do the tech part of what I want it to look like, and boom, then the crafting becomes fun again. So I think adding in all of these, we love the Cricut and we love the Venture and the Juliet and the Silhouettes and all these other crafting machines, but they come with tech, and sometimes computers can be a pain. So that is the mission behind the January event. And that will be held like some of the normal summits will have 3 days. There'll be multiple sessions every day. There'll be prizes. And I'm in the middle of planning something that I haven't seen before at a summit. And I'm really excited about it. So you're going to have to watch because I'm not going to give it away in case it doesn't work. But I'm going to try to pull it off. I think it's going to be exciting. Lizzie says the SVG Summit is the best. Aw, thank you. Roseanne said, what programs do you use for designing SVGs? So I have been a graphic designer. And in fact, I just told my husband last night, we were watching Suits on Netflix. And I don't know why it came to me because it had nothing to do with the episode we were watching. But it occurred to me that I'm on my 27th year of being a self-employed graphic designer. And I worked for associations, banks, educational institutions, a lot of associations. I did a lot of magazine layout, a lot of logo design, a lot of newsletters. And I just celebrated 27 years a month, well, almost 3 weeks ago. And I missed it. I forgot. So I have been using Adobe products the whole time. So my go-to is Illustrator. But the things that Leonardo can do that is attached to the Romeo, Caesar has this new software. And if you are really interested in it, I would make sure you attend the January Summit because Caesar is joining us and they're doing some super fun things at it. So you guys are going to love it. It's going to show you all the bells and whistles of their program, and some of the VIPers might really like what Caesar is adding. So there's a spoiler. Don't tell anybody because you had to be watching, which is kind of funny because this is live, right? All right, let me, a few congratulations. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I know. And then I said that to him, and we were walking. We have a hot tub. So every night we love to go sit in the hot tub together. And we always are like, hot tub time. The kids are like, yeah, Anyway, I was walking over there to go sit in the hot tub, and I'm like, 27 years? Like, do you know how old that makes me? Which, yeah, I'm turning 50 on my next birthday. So I started before I could walk. Yep. I always tell people, yep, I started when I was 12. I was not. However, I don't know, it's gone so fast. I'm excited, but I really, really love that journey. I was home with my kids all the time, and probably more than they wanted me to be. Now they're both in college, and I have this free time and have discovered the world of blogging. And that is more what I'm doing now than anything else. Yes. Makes me, what did somebody just say? Makes me 12. Oh, makes me 29. Everybody knows that. Thanks. 29 and holding. I'm not very good at math. So yes. Caesar, Romeo, Leonardo. Yes. It's because we all love the love of crafting, right? It's the never-ending famous love story. Well, thank you, Anne. I appreciate that. She said, you look too young to be doing it for this many years. That's what I keep telling myself. Okay, so somebody else had an actual question before Shelly ended up on a tangent. How do you store your SVGs? Yes, that was actually my topic of my session that I did at last year's SVG Crafter Summit. So it's really... I'm not used to talking this much. So I would say it's got to be a personal opinion, and it's got to work for you. It's kind of like when somebody comes in and organizes your kitchen and you're like, why are the plates here? And then you end up moving things around. So I always say, I will tell you how I organize mine and then turn that into how it works for you. I take a folder and I put all the months in there. And then if I'm going to do Easter, I'm going to throw it in, usually April, sometimes March, but I'll throw it in the April folder. Or maybe I'll do another group of folders that is Christmas. So in the December one, I'll probably put a folder that's just for Christmas or just for snowflakes. And that's how I organize them. And I also recommend to people that you should rename them. So sometimes when you download something from a designer, it's maybe a code, or maybe it's not what you would call it. So if you go to look for it and you're searching for that name, then it's not going to do you any good that way. So those are kind of the two main things I tell people. Start with date, start with season, and then you never know what you're going to need. So maybe you don't have kids yet, but then down the road, your friends start having babies and those kind of things. And if you can keep track of those SVGs that you maybe download, you get with a VIP pack and you download them, you're like, I don't know if I'm ever going to use baby SVGs. And then before you know it, all your friends are having babies, or you're not even thinking about graduation. And then pretty soon all of your friends' kids are graduating, those kind of things. So it's good to have them. You never know what you would use them for. Let me see. A couple people over on Facebook said they would definitely watch the January summit. It was so fun last year. It was me and my 16,000 my closest friends. It was a lot of fun. The speakers poured their heart and soul out into these sessions, and the amount of education that everybody walked away with was amazing. Okay, I think we did have a couple of other actual questions. So I liked Adobe years ago. The membership model doesn't make sense for hobbyists. It does not. I was just talking to a friend who we both went to design school together, and she's like, I miss it. And she had to redo something. And she was saying how much she missed the programs. They are very well done, but an open source mindset. So she uses Inkscape now. So that's a great one, Lizzie. I know a lot of people love that. It's definitely an easy one. If you're not a graphic designer, if you don't have that tech background, it's definitely one that you can easily learn with. Thank you, Joyce. I think they were goals. She said she liked my earrings. Okay. Is there other software you can make SVGs on? The Leonardo over on Caesar's website, they have software that you can use. And if you buy it, I know the discount you're getting in the January event. It's not very expensive. So if you do want to upgrade and you want all the bells and whistles of it, which, it takes a ton to keep, it takes a ton of people. It takes a team of people to keep the tech for these machines going. So sometimes if you want those extra features, if you want those easier, if you want those programs that are easier, there's going to be a fee for it. And it's one of those things that we sometimes just trade time for money and see which one you have more of at the time. How do I watch this from the beginning? So all you'll do is when we're done, I don't think it'll let you rewind. Looks like you're on YouTube. I don't think it'll let you rewind. So if you go to my channel over on YouTube, we can make that. It'll be in the news feed, so they're all there. And then it's also over on Facebook if you are over on Facebook. Natalie says organizing makes sense. Thank you. In embroidery, we visualize the file picture. Is there a way to do that with SVGs? There is a plugin. I'm on a Mac, so all I do is select it and hit the space bar and it'll pop up a preview. And with the SVGs that I have over on the blog, there is always a JPEG with it so that you can see what that looks like. And then there's a JPEG mockup because it was like, why did I download this? Why did I buy this file? What was I going to use it on? So I'd like to give you guys those. But if you are on a PC, I would, I'm sorry I don't have those exact steps, but if I were looking for that, I would actually Google how do I view an SVG file on my, and then type in if you're using Windows or, type in your computer and see what pops up. Maybe somebody with a PC has an actual name of an extension that you could use. I like to leave the designer name and also what it is. Yes, that's good too. And sometimes I'll name, because I even buy SVGs myself. If I'm too lazy out of time to design something, I'll go buy one off of Etsy. And then I will put the folder with the designer's name or the shop name on it. Because then if I have a question when I actually use it, because sometimes when I buy it and when I get around to using it are two totally different time zones. Or years. So then I can go back, because a lot of designers like myself will use the SVGs in craft projects. So if you know which website or whatever you got it from, then you can go back and, go back to their website and maybe see some examples. SVGs open fine in your web browser. So thank you for that, Ruth. Love it when you guys are helpful. Yes, the previews are a good way. Renee, the first project starts tomorrow at 9 o'clock Central Time, so you did not miss anything. Thank you. I'm glad I got the VIP pass in the middle of moving my craft room upstairs to downstairs. I won't be crafting a lot. I do love to reorganize, so if I lived closer, I would come over and help you set up your craft room. Whether you invited me or not. Inkscape is free open source. Yes, so it is free. Affinity is another one. Jav, who is also a speaker. Cut and Make Crafts, I believe is the name of her blog, and she does a lot of teaching with Affinity. So she's teaching that one at the January event. So Kathy uses that too. Oh yes, Barbara. I did a bonus with the VIPs, so we did the folders so they could start to organize them all. Oh, I'm excited. We're excited to have you, Catherine. And Lizzie does them by source and license and then by theme. So that's a really good idea too, because then you could still search your theme or your birthday or whatever it is, and you would find all the ones that you're wanting to find. My subfolders are crazy. Yeah, my subfolders have subfolders. Okay, I'm just making sure we don't miss anything. I think I got them all. If you guys dropped a question and I missed it, feel free to drop it again. So I'm not ignoring you. I just sometimes, as the comments go, they move and I don't have time to stop. Let's see. I just need to organize my billions of SVG files. Right. We could start a support club probably with that same topic and theme, right? Power Toys shows the SVGs. So there you go. I'll leave it for just a second so you guys can like grab a piece of paper, make a note, take a screenshot, or come back and watch at the 40-minute mark. Holy cow, we've been on here for 40 minutes. My husband might come back. Yep, I'm going the wrong way. My comments here. What beginner project using vinyl would you recommend? I get this question a lot, and I'm going to say start with your favorite. It has to be something that you love. It has to be something that you want to do. And if you're not, then if it's not something like that, it's going to be harder for you to get into it and have fun with it. If you're worried about ruining product or messing up something, if you really have something in mind, go to the Dollar Tree, go to the secondhand store, buy a couple t-shirts, where they're $1 or buy them discounted, or you maybe have one that's ruined, and cut something out and try to press it, use your iron, use your heat on there and start to play with it. Just look at the product you're using. So look at what kind of heat transfer vinyl you are using and what it adheres best to, and then make sure that your temperatures are right. If you're looking at vinyl, like adhesive vinyl, you want to make sure that it's, I normally have something close to me, so I was looking around, but I don't have anything that I've used adhesive vinyl on. So depending if you're using the kind that's sticky or the kind that you have to apply heat to, the pressable vinyl, I would come up with something like that. And I would start with one color and then go back and try to do, try the 2 colors and then go from there. And I think that would be a good place. But just starting, I think is the hard part. That first one's always hard, and then it gets a lot better. So yes, tomorrow at 9:00 Central Time. Cut SVGs might not show well in browsers, but Power Tools will allow the File Explorer to show previews. So there you go. Thank you so much, Lizzie. I appreciate that. Let's see. People are talking about their crazy files, right? I know there is an SVG over on my blog that says I'm a vinyl hoarder. I should make one that says I'm an SVG hoarder, right? Time flies when you're having fun. So how do you get the bubbles out of vinyl? If they are the sticky vinyl, grab a stick pen. Wait, where'd that comment go? There it is. They started to scroll. So Renee, if it's sticky adhesive vinyl, take a stick pin and stick just a little dot, just put a little hole in there, and then use one of your, use a credit card or something and just keep rubbing on it until you get all the air out. And then sometimes that will also work if it's on the pressable. Maybe you just need to repress it again. So I would double check whatever product you're using and make sure if it's heat that it can take heat again. Like if it was puffable, the puffy vinyl probably wouldn't put a bubble in it though. Okay, I tried vinyl, was not successful. Sometimes it depends on the quality. So I don't know. I personally have not had really good luck with the heat transfer vinyl, the ones that you use to press, whether an iron or a heat press or an easy press. I have not had really good luck with those from the craft stores. So that brand has not served me well. I know a lot of people love it. It is not for me, but maybe it was not you, Sarah, is the point of my story. Maybe it was the product. And then it depends on your heat press also, because some of them are not known to keep the heat. So you go in and you punch in, 360 degrees, but this heat press was manufactured in some, let's just say, foreign land, or maybe got damaged during delivery, and the temperature it's showing you is not the temperature it's actually pressing at, and that can make or break a lot of vinyl itself. So that could be something. That could be a reason. So maybe it wasn't anything that you did. So I'm going to encourage you to give it another chance. Yes, Lizzie, your comment made me laugh. Definitely a font order. I might need a new drive just for my fonts. My first vinyl project was a mess, so I tried another one, even harder, and it worked out. Yeah, you never know. Sometimes it's just a bad day. Sometimes you just got to throw it away. Sometimes you just got to start over. I do have kind of a big box of stuff I've taken over another bedroom in our house, and that has like a whole container of stuff that I'm going to try to fix. I'm going to try to work with, but it really doesn't ever. It doesn't always work, and it's okay. It doesn't always have to work. We're not perfect. Crafting isn't perfect. And then sometimes when those products don't turn out, I reuse them. So if it's like a tumbler, I'll use the other side for, to test out another product. Or when I started to do the glass etching, messed up a few of those, realized some tips and tricks to make sure I paid attention to. And when I wasn't sure if a design was going to work, I would use those, that wine glass. I had one wine glass that had like 4 different designs just randomly placed on it so that I could test out the designs. And that's what I was doing when I was making products to sell years ago. And then when I got done, I used it actually for a little while, and then I just threw it. But that's the nice thing about the Dollar Tree and secondhand stores, garage sales, is you can get them pretty cheap. So, all right. Who wants to give away a prize? Or who wants to win a prize? Do you guys want to give away a prize? I'm just kidding. Who wants to win a prize? Let's throw some comments. I'll pick one off of Facebook, and I will pick one off of YouTube again. And yes, just comment me, throw some hearts up, whatever floats your boat. And then I will kind of scroll through and pick one here in a second. So I'll give you guys a second. So make sure if you're watching on Facebook, I don't see any comments over on Facebook, so throw some up there. Okay, okay, this is one I picked, and it doesn't have a name, but I didn't want to overlook it. So if you could comment your name and email me at hello@wecanmakethat.me, and we will set you up with a VIP pass. And I think it's because of the group on Facebook. They're not showing up on my screen, but I am going with Tamara. I'm sorry, I do not know how to say your name. I'm going to type it in the comments because I don't want to butcher it. And I will get you also a VIP pass. So if you guys want to send me, all right, did it work? Is technology going to work? Because technology doesn't always like me. Did you guys see the comment I just made for Tamara? And then I put VIP on there. And I liked you over on the Facebook group. So I liked your comment. So then you could see that. So if you will email us, and I'll put this in the comments. If you guys have any questions, hold on, I can't type and talk at the same time. This is where I would love it if you would send us support questions. So if you have trouble logging in, if you, any of those kind of things, just send us a comment in there. We don't want to flood the Facebook group, and people want to go in there and they want to craft and they want to have fun. So then they don't have to hear about our tech conversations back and forth. We'd love it if you just send us an email, and I try to get in there at least twice a day. So, and I'm going to say be nice, because if you're not nice, I'm not going to, no, I'm just kidding. But isn't that crazy that I have to, like, the Shelly inside of me was like, and can you please be nice when you ask me to help you? But 99% of you guys are amazing, and I appreciate it. And I love it when we can have those conversations. I feel like I can get to know you. I apologize if you have to email me because you're having tech support, but a lot of times we just need to help reset passwords and stuff like that. And I'm happy to do it because I know those things could get lost out there in that world, our email world. Sarah said she is having trouble and having to reset her password. That is not fun. Is that on ours? Is that on do you have the VIP? Somebody said, okay, on my dashboard, I can see everybody's comment, but I have my phone pulled up below. So, I will come back and find KM. So I believe I missed it in the comments, but I will track you down and we will make sure if that was you. Yes. So Rebecca, thank you for your comment over there. So I am looking on my Facebook on my phone here so that I can see kind of who they were, but I missed who the KM was. So if that was you, I will come back and comment on that. I will find it in the scroll and we will get her done. Yes. So KM just said, did I win something? Yes, you did win something. You won a VIP pass. And if you guys have not gotten your VIP pass yet, let me grab. I always keep notes in my phone, and I am guessing that you know what? We are on YouTube, we are in the Facebook group, and we are over on the Facebook page itself. So I'm going to drop in the comments right now. If you guys do not have your VIP pass yet, those are only $27. So there was a really quick sale for 20 minutes right when you signed up. So you got that fast action bonus. But if you did not grab it yet, they are still on sale for $27. And with that, here I am trying to talk and type at the same time. So I think all the places now have a link, but you can grab your VIP. You get to rewatch all the sessions. There is no time limit on the bonuses either. Sometimes you have like 3 months. There's one coupon that expires the end of the year, but the rest of them you have access. So you can download the workbooks. There'll be a workbook download every day. There's an SVG download. With the VIP, you also get you get a cart. Oh geez. Now that I'm live, my brain is going where my list is from earlier in this live. Anyway, so there's a set of new exclusive SVGs that nobody has yet. So you guys get those. I think there's 6 or 7 of them. There are a couple other workshops in there, and then there's another card workshop in there. So you'll get 3 extra sessions, and then you'll get to rewatch all of the extras, and then there's a couple different bundles of SVGs in there for you. And then if you want to dive into the website, we have SVG Club, and there is an additional coupon. It's on sale right now, but then you guys get an additional coupon that you can use. And sorry, I was reading a comment. You'll get an additional coupon on top of what's already on sale today. So, yay for the VIPers. If you don't want a VIP, we still love that you're here. You guys are still going to get a ton out. Every day you'll be able to grab the SVG. You'll be able to download the workshop or the workbook every day. If you're in the VIP group, you can go to the main dashboard, and it has a link to all of the workbooks. So you can download them with one fail swoop. But the other ones, you can download the workshop that you attend that day. You can download the workbook that goes with it. Excuse me. Patty says, shoot, she missed it. She got caught checking out the supply list. Catherine, I wonder if that is a different event. And I know Crafting with Sarah, if you go to our, okay, I'm going to drop this in the comments too, guys. We can make that .me/events. And there are a couple of other happenings right now. So if you want to get on the list for some other things coming up or just see what else is happening, these are, this is where I try to keep kind of a running tally for everybody so that myself and then all the other crafters will be able to stay on top of what's happening. But I do believe that is another, I do believe that's another event that had the advent calendar. Yes, Crafting with Sarah. That was my guess. That was the only one that I could remember. It was the only one I could remember that had Christmas stuff that was still on right now. But there is a couple others that are on the events page. So if you guys want to check that out. And also that's where down the road, if you guys want to ever, down the road, you're like, oh, I remember Shelly was talking about the SVG Summit. What was that about? Then you'll be able to find all the links over there. It's okay. We're good. Everybody wants to know about all the other parties. It's fine. So I'm glad that you brought it up because then we got to share about the link and where you guys can go find them. There's so many. I saw somebody the other day that said she bought a little planner and she keeps track of all the events that are happening and she writes them in there. But I hope you're feeling better soon, Catherine. Okay, if you guys have any questions, you can drop them on this video, obviously. You can send us an email. I put that in the comments earlier. And if you want a prize, if you get that to me, I will. I was going to pin my comment, and now she's long gone. So I appreciate you guys jumping on here with me today. I had a lot of fun. You can see I have some projects here that I'm working on. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but there's always time for more and additional. And I found this vinyl. Check that out. Can you guys see the sparkle? Like OMG. I don't know what I'm gonna make with it, but it's gonna be adorable. And again, Caesar. See, it's my go-to. Diamond dust. Yeah, diamond dust. Yes. Can I have 3 of those, please? So I'm excited. And I was trying to figure out what I was gonna make with that one. And the other one I have is Aurora. Put the tape back on, and now it doesn't come on, but this one is kind of iridescent. Like mermaids. Who has mermaids in their house? If your little girl needs a mermaid shirt, like I'm a Little Mermaid fan, but I might be a little too old for a mermaid shirt, but there is that color. Excuse me. I know they're beautiful, aren't they? I love them, Tamara. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining me today. I'm excited. If you are if you're in the Facebook group, I would love it if you guys make things and then create a post. Don't attach it to one that's already in there, but create your own post, and then we would love to see what you've made. So if you use different colors, if you use different textures, different backgrounds, maybe you do adhesive vinyl and you share a picture of something like this that you put on your kitchen wall, we would love to see it. So if you guys would jump over to the Facebook group, I would love to see you guys over there. Diamond dust, I know, is that not beautiful? It is available online, and I believe I am like 99.9% sure Heat Transfer Warehouse has that. So there is a link to Heat Transfer Warehouse Caesar products on the supply list. So you could start there. If you don't find it, let me know. Thank you, Anne. Lizzie says, those are beautiful. Unfortunately, I only have nephews and they only want black. That's cute. I'm sure you're like, seriously. All right. Oh, shoot. Well, you can catch the replay. So as soon as it's over, it might take a quick second to repopulate. And then you should be able to watch the whole thing from the start. It was nice to meet you too, Patty. Thank you for jumping on and joining us. Okay, thanks for grabbing the VIP pass. I'm excited. If you guys have an idea what I should make with this little lovely thing, I would love to hear. I love your time and energy. Thank you. I I was when I put all this together, it took 50 times longer than I ever expected to record the videos and edit the videos and make the designs and make the products and send up all the flags to let you guys know we were doing this. And I was like, okay, if we can get like 100 to 1,000 people to show up, like that would blow my mind. But last I looked, we were over 7,000 people signed up for the free one. So I'm excited to connect with you guys over in the Facebook group and see what you guys make, because seeing that, to me, crafting is, I would say, cheaper than therapy, but let's get real. It's probably not cheaper than therapy sometimes. If you see my last bill at Hobby Lobby, but it is relaxing. It is my me time, and it is that creative outlet that keeps me sane, I think would be the nicest way to put it on live. So, oh, that pink wings, that is very cute. It is not cheaper, but it's more fun, right? Michelle, yeah, it is not cheaper, but it's definitely more fun. And thank you so much for the love and happy thoughts for Dad. I'm sure he will do fine. He is already saying that he is going to be driving in a week. My mom and I are like, I don't even know if we're going to be home in a week, but okay, Dad. Yeah, and he will be right back to eating his junk food. That's what I keep joking. As soon as he gets home, he's going to be right back to eating his junk food. How has this been an hour? Okay, I'm sure you guys have some crafting to go do. You got to run to Hobby Lobby, get the things from that supply list. A lot of the products I like to link over to Amazon so that you can see them. And then if you find them in your store near you, at least you'll be able to see kind of more exactly what I used. So if I couldn't find something exact, I found something that was very similar. All right. Yes, it is definitely crafting is definitely a relaxing time. So as long as that tech goes well. Yeah, they do not keep you in the hospital very long anymore, do they? Okay, well, thank you guys for joining me. I'm excited. I am going to try to pop in. I do have somebody helping me with tech on Tuesday. I'm going to totally unplug. So if you do need something, if something goes awry, the people I'm helping me are more than capable. So I know you'll be in good hands. And then everything is pre-recorded, so they will drop when they're supposed to drop, as long as tech is our friend. And I know you guys are going to have fun, and I can't wait to see what you make. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys soon.